love this place!
Hey, man, is that
Double D?
Yeah, man. Well, turn it up, man.
Let's just go in and, like, kill all the orcs, right? They're the bad guys, who gives a shit? We just hack and slash and we loot their dead bodies, right? Hack and slash, kill them all, you know, conquer the infidels.
Boy, that campaign sounds like a barrel of fun, doesn't it?
Somebody who's opening a refrigerator and leaning in, right, is the language of a woman. Somebody who's opening the refrigerator and being cut off halfway through that lean is the voice of like a mermaid or a siren, right?
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I just had to be born with empathy and a weakness for socialism and femboys. For socialism and femboys.
For socialism and femboys.
You gotta put a little hot sauce on the taco, you know what I mean?
We want this dwarf to be the dwarfiest dwarf.
Right.
We want the elf to be the elfiest elf.
And just the dashiest dash of Tabasco.
Their voices need to carry across water.
I'm a creative. It's a huge drain, right? Because fans can be awful.
When we got the descriptions, they were very adamant. They were like, try not to make it like a white blonde guy. Like, please, like, we love him, but there's like 500 million of them.
The diversity that the characters need to have needs to reflect the gaming world now. The mix of people that are playing these games, you know, it's not, 13-year-old white boys held up in their basement. It's a very diverse crowd,
You say white lives matter, they don't. White lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing.
What's this?
What's this? It's the jacket.
The jacket.
The jacket.
Lutherville, Marina Del X, Otisburg. Otisburg. Who's this monster? She's got her own place. Otisburg. It's a little bitty place. Otisburg. Okay, I just wipe it off. That's all. It's a little town. Yep.
We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
5, 4, 3. Great sandwich.
Thank you. I enjoyed having you here. You're a very good co-host.
Man, your sinewy muscles are just ripped. And look how your gleaming sweat just comes off your golden body, and the women are just looking the same, and all of them want
Double D. Kobanizer, the face of the hobby, is now Greta Thunberg. It's a little downsy. Face of the hobby is a little downsy. That's right. We all want Double D, Mercurius. How you guys doing? Is Hungar in the chat? If Hungar is in the chat, celebrate 5,000 with the Hungar shirt. Yes, Independence Day Eve. How you doing? Well, geez. Let me see here. I am not alone. I am joined by someone.
I love this.
It makes me want to relax.
Smell some incense?
Yeah. Smoke a doob.
I can smell. Where's the hookah at? How's everybody doing?
Looks like we got a Hungar is here. I hope you saw that, buddy. Got your shirt on. Yeah, no Mouse tonight. He has family coming in for 4th of July. It's the brother that drives him a little crazy at times, but he loves him, so he must do some family duties. So it's just Rogan and I going solo tonight.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this.
We got this.
We're professionals, are we not?
We're getting there. Yeah, that's it.
I was just remarking. Rogan will always pull these stories out of like we were just talking before. Well, we've known each other. Well, I mean, we've known each other 30 years, but we've known each other good for like 20, well over 20. But yeah, he's talking about this time he had an apartment in Pittsburgh, and you had a roommate who was who snapped.
He went rogue. Yeah, that dude, like he disappeared. He was, he was into really shady stuff, and then, the other roommates needed to get into his room to try to get a hold of his family or whatever, and got the lock open, and inside the room it was like I said, like out of that movie with Jim Carrey. 23. The guy was going to art school, so he had charcoal images and words and shit. On every, not quite on the ceilings, but across the wall, all these satanic stuff and little writings, and it's just everywhere.
And because he was an art student, it was done with a lot of skill.
Yeah, absolutely, with a lot of skill. And the roommates are furious about it. So me and my buddy left, and was on the sixth floor. Got out in the lobby there, walked outside there, and heard some yelling and hollering, and kind of ran around the corner. It's not hard to see. Take a handful of steps and down, and you could see the side of the building there. And there's all these terraces up there, and there's yelling and hollering. And look up, and there's this mattress sailing out off the terrace. I'm like, holy cow! That's my buddy's like, oh my god, that's his room.
That's our room.
So they're up there. The other guy's up there throwing all this dude's stuff out the window right into the parking lot. That was in 1986.
Wow. Yeah, long shot, 6th floor, room number 66.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. He'll just drop these like, oh yeah, this happened. I had a psychotic roommate who snapped psychotically. All right, let's first off, let's go here. Ta-da!
Boom shakalaka laka boom shakalaka.
There we go.
Yes.
Thank you guys very, very much. 5,000 we passed. See, a lot of channels are like, why do you celebrate that stuff? It's like, yeah, I know we're on our way, we're still on our way up, but I like to stop and smell the roses.
Every one of you guys that follow and are here weekly are telling people, and they got friends that have showed up and participated and joined the channel and made our experience absolutely amazing. I super dig my Wednesday nights. I really like, this is one of the two high points, of my week. And am
I 2 for 2 on your high points?
2 for 2, you are absolutely.
Wednesdays and Fridays. Fridays are game night.
So yeah, but like, hey, you guys did this, you guys, and everybody else that can't show up all the time, but have subscribed and been a part of this and elevated this, and just a couple of, I think Double D said this in the past, like a handful of knuckleheads just bullshitting about Dungeons and Dragons and shit we like, and we're just grateful that so many people out there resonate with that, enjoy this, and really make this just a special thing. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead, grab that.
I got that.
Or for look who's first in the door.
Mercurius.
The Mr. Consistency as far as supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Mercurius. Congratulations, Double D. The sky's the limit. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the one thing. It's not if you guys are ever considering doing this, it really isn't magic. You do need, I think, a little bit of luck at the beginning, and I did get a little luck. I got shouted out by a couple people, but honestly, it's really just kind of doing your due diligence, putting in a little bit of work, and just being consistent. Really, I think that's just it. I've kind of learned, what'll kind of move the needle and what won't. There we go. He's jumping on you. James, you guys deserve it. You put it there. Thank you so much, James. Good to see you, buddy. It was great. I'm going to jump in another painting stream. I got a box of the Warlord Games Napoleonic, the 13.5 millimeter epic battles. I'm almost done with my French army, and now I have a British army that I'm going to work on. So I'm going to pop in again when you're having a painting stream and knock out a few lines. Mercurius gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you very, very much, you guys. yeah. Like I said, I got a little lucky, but you know what? Yeah, Copenizer says next milestone is over 9,000. Yeah, I think I put 6,000 as the goal for the end of this year. Let's, a little luck, we'll hit that, hopefully. Should hit it. And then by the end of next year, I want 10. It's a little, it's a little ambitious, I know, but I think we can do 10 by the end of next year.
You've been doing your homework. You've been busting your ass on this. You've been dotting all your I's, crossing your T's, and putting all the puzzles together. You've worked very, very hard for it. I'm just grateful to be a part of it. But it's going to be kind of an uphill walk, absolutely. But I'm confident we'll get there.
Yeah, I think so too. Wizards of the Coast is providing a lot of fuel.
Oh.
I must say, they. I kind of felt. I don't know. Not that I felt bad, but I'm always worried about, am I repeating myself? But you do have to sort of play the game. So I know we've been talking about all the art stuff on the live stream, but now I had to get a video out on it because that's just the way it works. So some of you guys might find those videos like a little, repetitive, but just know I sort of have to do it to get more subscribers, essentially. I'll go ahead and throw that up. OSRDM, welcome to Defender. Thank you. And Patrick Demo hits 5,000. Q theme to the Jeffersons. We are indeed. I'm moving on up. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Looking forward to hanging out with you a little later here in the summer. But yeah, what was I talking about?
Well, the video about the art.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you do. Here's the thing about YouTube. You will grow very slowly if you just do live streams. Thank you very much. Who's that? Off-Grid Grognard from Canada, sending $5 strong. Congrats, Double D, Rogan, and Mouse on 5K. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mucho gracias. Yeah, so if I don't take advantage of like the the algorithm and at least throw a art video in there, please don't judge me too harshly. But it's doing well, actually. It's got like 6,000 views in a couple days, and certainly pushed us over the 5,000 threshold. So what do we got? Nixit. Napoleon was the commander, but the whole Waterloo thing. Yeah, I love those epic battles. Hard to paint the French. They keep retreating. Double D speaks orc. Yeah. I love that epic battles line from, by the way, if you're a war gamer, check it out. It's really, really cool. Ooh, Lord Otter.
Uh-oh.
$5. Cheers for the 5K subscribers. Thank you very much, Lord Otter. Yes.
Awesome.
All right, so let's, we got, I think a nice little audience here.
Uh-oh. Boom.
The hits just keep on coming. Congrats to Rogan and Mouse, too. It's $2 Australian. That's one for each of you.
All right.
I'll let you spend Crazy Mouse's share. As Peter Boyle said to Marty Feldman's character in Yellowbeard, "Don't worry, mate. I'll spend your share."
Love that movie.
Oh, yeah. That was a line we quoted frequently because Marty Feldman had died, so they just needed to get rid of him. He died while filming. So, Doc,
yes,
gifted one membership. Thank you very much. He got one and he's given one. He giveth and he taketh. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, so Rogan. Well, first of all, one last thing here. I'll tell you this. I'll tease you guys. Yeah, there we go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right. Thanks to our friend Chris Miller, I got 2 issues of Mad Scribe magazine that I'm going to give away tonight in celebration of 5,000. As Jack Nicholson said in Batman, commence au festival. I'm also going to put in a card, one of these cards. So you will get a double dose of my pimping. Mercurius gifted another. Man, he's just doling it out. A little bit at a time, man.
These guys they're feeling like we're feeling it. I'm grateful for it.
So stick around, won't you? We'll get a couple of times, a couple of Mad Scribe magazines here to give away. Yeah, just checking out the chat. I don't see Chris in here, but Chris was kind enough to donate these. So thank you so much, Chris Miller. That's why we love him. We'll be seeing Chris, Rogan, and I in a couple weeks at VentureCon. That's right. Remember, if you are still thinking about it, you can still do it. Go ahead. Friday, July 19th, Saturday the 20th, and Sunday the 21st. We will be there coming in Thursday. We're going to stay Friday and Saturday, heading out on Sunday. But yeah, should be a good time. Looking forward to just a cool little convention in Madison.
Yeah.
Never been to Wisconsin myself, so looking forward to just kind of seeing what it's like in the summertime there. So yes, remember, VentureCon 3 is almost upon us. Let's see here.
I can't wait to try their local pizza.
Yeah.
Indy's local pizza was pretty crappy.
Oh my God, yeah. Indy's pizza is terrible.
Hot box pizza.
Yeah, we'll see if Madison's any better. It's a college town, so it should be better theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Yes, people have noticed the posters. I bust the posters out on special occasions. I thought this was kind of a special occasion, so yeah. Like your brother's basement from the 1970s. Oh boy.
Boom.
Gary, 25 buckaroos. Thank you so much, sir. Congrats on 5,000 subscribers. It's well earned. You guys do a great job. Here's to the next 5,000. Well, it's good to see you here, Gary. It's always good to see you on Twitter, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so Rogan, you've read what you could of A Song of Ice and Fire, right?
I read all the books. I did. I've a couple times had to throw them across the room, but
I don't know if you know this, but George is having a tough time finishing his next book.
Really? But he's so prolific. I mean, he writes, it's only been, a year? 2, 12, 14?
Yeah, 13, yeah. I think it's been 13 years. Somebody said on Twitter, it's been almost exactly 13 years, and I remember that because it was July. It was in the summertime when I said, "Oh shit, it's here! It just dropped." I went out and started reading it in the. We have a nice little courtyard, where I work. It was a pleasant day, and I'm like, man, can't wait for this series to keep going. Well, we all know what happened in between there. A TV series, and then a large man just getting lazy and more decrepit, more bitter, more stupid, as we see here. Here's a quote from George. The life is very full of sex, or should be. It's gross. I don't use the term gross very often because it's kind of womanly, but when I look at George and he's talking about sex, it's kind of revolting. As much as I admire Tolkien, and I do, he was a giant of fantasy and a giant of literature. I think he wrote a great book that will be read for many years. You do have to wonder where all those hobbits came from, since you can't imagine hobbits having sex, can you? Well, I could.
What the heck?
Could you remember the movies like wasn't Samwise Gamgee's woman, wasn't she like a little hottie?
Oh, yeah,
like a
she
blonde
was.
chick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I pictured them doing the nasty. Ay. Well, sex is an important part of who we are. Yeah, we know, George. I don't know how big a part of you it is, but it drives us. It motivates us, makes us do sometimes very noble things, and it makes us do sometimes incredibly stupid things. Leave it out, and you've got an incomplete world. So he's talking about an incomplete world.
Where did this come from? Was this a response to someone about a fan about sex, or was this just out of nowhere? He throws this out.
I'm not sure the context. Yeah, that's a great point, Doc. People go to the bathroom all the time. It's not everything needs to be on the page. Yeah, I don't need to read about Samwise, Gamgee, slamming his, his wife from behind or something.
Who was very cute in the movies there.
Well, yeah, she was, and it's like, oh, she's cute, and it's like, oh, Hobbit love.
Yeah,
that's as much as you think about it.
Right.
I think George sees that stuff, and he pretends he doesn't see it, but we know what kind of a mind he has. Just kind of from his books are starting to kind of fall apart a little bit because they were legit. Look, I was a big fan. I thought they were legit good, and I still think they're good. But the more time goes on, the more he doesn't finish them, the more we kind of see this society where, it's all shades of gray. It's all shades of gray. We're getting tired of that.
Yeah.
We need, sometimes, we need the cowboy in the white hat, don't we?
I agree.
It's
Right.
like
we can't have a world of anti-heroes.
Yeah. So his stuff was good because, it was, it wasn't fully in a world where, there was good and evil, but, there was still that sort of resonating in popular culture. So his work kind of stood out, but the more time goes on, it doesn't bode well for it. Muskrat love. Hey.
Oh,
George is scouring the Shire.
Oh man. Yeah, we've had some pretty heavy conversations, us together about it.
Yeah.
A few of them got pretty contentious. It's quite a handful of years back, in regards to
him finishing.
Him finishing.
Yeah, I remember we have one friend. He's a good friend, but he was. I think he just likes to be a contrarian at times. So me and Rogan were like, when the fuck is he going to finish? This is probably like 6 years ago, right? 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was a handful of years ago.
Yeah, we had a friend who was parroting, what's his name? Neil Gaiman, who's like, George R. Martin doesn't owe you anything. And we're like, well, he sort of does. You start a fucking book series, you're sort of obligated to finish it, aren't you?
Yeah, he made a contract with us. We bought his books. Yeah. We buying his books, so we paid him.
Yeah.
We bought into the games that were produced by the various game makers, and we enjoyed them immensely.
It's not signed in blood or anything,
right.
But there's a social contract there,
Yes.
is there not?
I believe that.
Hobbit Love is so short, it's called 3. Ooh, 3 play. Good one, Patrick. Yeah. I don't know how good this will come through, but hold on 1 second here.
So, then Samuel Tarley sees the army approaching, and his wiener is about this big. He knows that Stannis Baratheon's wiener is probably shriveled from the cold. Samuel has to rally his men. So what does he do? He takes out his wiener, and he dangles it around for all his men to see.
So you said pages were coming.
Yeah, they're on their way. They're still coming. So Samuel...
Yeah. So Samuel. They did, James. They did.
My God. I have not seen that until now.
Oh, you've never seen that episode? You got to see that episode. Yeah, they called it like South Park always does. They were like 10 years ahead of the curve. Yeah, just how based in sex that whole TV series was, and the books too.
I often, part of our conversations and arguments that happen, and my perspective on it was that George exercised all of his demons. He wrote himself into a handful of boxes, various perspectives, and getting confused with certain names and stuff like that. But ultimately, he exercises his misogyny and his hate for the white hats.
Yeah,
and he got to a point where it was gone. So his excuse is, well, I'm working on it. How many years has it been now? Boom. He's, more
13.
cheesesteaks, and let's write a sci-fi thing for HBO, wherever it was, that lasted not even a whole season. It was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and,
I forgot about that.
How much of the new show that's been working on? I don't know how much his involvement is. I've watched very little of it, and I'm sure it's very enjoyable. But I just don't care.
Yeah, nor do I. Yeah, so he's George is doing his thing. People say we'll never get the book. I think we will get the book. I don't know. It's going to be such a disappointment.
Oh no.
No!
Kaboom.
No!
Dude,
Howard Hughes, the Spruce Goose, coming in large. Holy smokes, $100.
That is so very generous, dude.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna give this the applause it deserves. Thank you so much, Howard. Appreciate you and everybody else who helps support the channels. Couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of guys. Whoa, hey, what are you doing there, Rogan?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look at Rogan. He's jumping the gun.
Apologize.
I'll be looking for a new co-host.
I'm sorry.
It just gives me a chance to read it again. Because I couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of guys. Congratulations, Double D, Rogan, and Mouse. Cheers. Thank you so much, Howard.
Thank you very much.
I'm not sure where your money comes from, but holy smokes, I'm humbled and thankful. Very much.
If it's legal, that's great. If it's not legal, it's all right. I don't care.
It's all right. We don't care. Yeah, we don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Thanks again. You and everybody else. Perhaps this man, Bacon Gaming. $5 super chat. This is from a man trying to emulate the prestige of Tolkien by lifting the RR straight from the man, yes, and plugging it into his own. What a hack. Yeah. I think that's going to be assigned to him a little bit as time goes on. He is sort of kind of outing himself as kind of a hack. Doc Flamingo, $2. Alas, we may never see the wieners of winter. Wiener. Code, you can pick up that Mercurius one there.
Boom.
$5. He's as Commodus said in Gladiator, he's a busy little bee. Mercurius. $5. Australian. I bet my place in the inner circle, the GRM does not finish his series. You may well be right. I think, I think he's already on record as saying he's not going to allow, thank you again, Mercurius, he's not going to allow anyone to finish it for him, which doesn't bode well.
That's amazing.
I don't, honestly, it's a coin flip, I think at this point. If he cuts it down to 2 books, he might. If it's 3 books, I honestly don't think he'll live that long. People were not joking, but they were like, boy, have you seen George? He better get writing. He's not going to make it that long. And he used to take umbrage at that. But honestly, now it's like, okay, now you are. He's well into his 70s now, right? Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be into his 70s.
Listen, time is not anybody's friend.
No. Nope, and he's just going to slow down. Chris Miller, thank you very much. Chris, I already teased. We're going to give away 2 copies of your brilliant Mad Scribe magazine. And I should say, guys, this has my article in it, Tankards and Tussles. Something you can do when your characters are on the down low and looking to get into a little bit of trouble. There's carousing rules that you can do in several books out there, but Double D gives you a chance to mix it up and do it the right way, not using the, I would say, tedious rules that most systems have for non-lethal combat that you don't think is going to get lethal. So we tried it a couple times at the table. I think it's a nice little work.
Oh, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. Just real simple using your traditional D&D style games. So, yeah. So stick around. We'll give away 2 of those later, as well as, and Chris is a part of this too. Showed you the deck of many triggers. I'm going to give away a card with each magazine. I will choose them at random. Probably not mine. I'm going to give you somebody else's. Mine will be a special. It'll be a very, very special giveaway. We'll work on that as we get ready for the run-up to the release of the deck of many triggers from me and many, many other more talented people. Should be a good time. Hope you guys will support it when it comes out, because it was a heck of a lot of fun. All right, so I'm going to skip around here. Oops. Bet you guys like seeing that, huh? Get to see how the sausage is made there. So, Rogan, tomorrow's the 4th of July.
Tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Yeah. How are you? Are you going to celebrate maybe with a little, maybe some barbecue or,
I think we're going to
grilling or something?
Yeah, my daughter's in town and
yeah, traditional.
Absolutely.
This 4th of July is one where you don't have to mix things up, or get too creative. Hamburgers, hot dogs, little couple other things on the grill is pretty darn good. That'll work. Let me ask you this, though, Rogan. We'll hold on here. We'll go ahead. We'll get Jeff from there. Yeah, leave it right there. Congratulations, says Jeffrem, on 5K. Here's to a bright future for Double D and Company. Thank you so much, Jeffrem. Good seeing you here. Seeing you on Twitter as well. Good loyal member of the family. He's in the family.
He's a member of the inner circle.
That's right. So Rogan, what if I told you there was a better way to celebrate the 4th of July?
I would be interested to hear about it, but I think let's
talk to Shamiqua here, or
Okay.
I'm sure that's probably her name.
It's 4th of July weekend. There's so much to celebrate, right? No, there really isn't, because the truth of the matter...
Oh,
we're getting some echo.
He's getting hypnotized there.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hypnotized.
Huh. Wonder why that's happening. Oh, I bet you.
It's 4th of July weekend. There's so much to celebrate.
How the heck is that? Well, we're going to... Oh, there's no echo.
Oh, they don't hear any echo?
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Sounds fine. All right. It's
Rock
just
and roll.
echoing on our end. All right. Well, we'll deal with the echo then.
It's us then.
It wouldn't be a celebration without some audio issues, would it? Even though they're not serious. All right. Here we go.
It's 4th of July weekend. There's so much to celebrate, right? No, there really isn't, because the truth of the matter is the freedom and independence that the 4th of July holiday is supposed to represent never included all Americans or all people in America, right? So back in 1776, Black folks were still enslaved. So that's not anything to celebrate. So what I want to challenge you to do this weekend, and you should really do this every single day if you want to live an anti-racist lifestyle, but specifically for this weekend, instead of spending all your money on the red, white, and blue everything, ask yourself, where am I benefiting from the labor of Black people, and what am I giving to them in return? Whether it's free labor, unpaid labor like social media, or whether it's inequitable paid labor. Where are you benefiting from labor from us, and what are you giving in return? Usually, if it's for social media, we give you specific directions on what to do after you consume our content. So do that today. It's 4th of July weekend. There's so much to celebrate, right? No, there really...
Well, there you go.
Well, that's just so disappointing. Can't we just...
So how are you going to be supporting the Black community on the 4th of July, Rogan?
Well, I have to say this. I'm going by assumptions here, but if we're grilling hot dogs, I'm sure that in the company that owns the hot dog making company, there are people of color in there. I'm sure there are people of color that are working to make the product, selling the product. I will celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's fireworks that our family will let off, I'm sure there are people of color and other races that are participating in the creation, the ownership of it. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to honor them by just having the best 4th of July I can. I feel educated by this young lady. Unfortunately, she probably has the IQ of a turnip, unfortunately.
Well, Chris has run the numbers,
Uh-oh.
and the amount that he and probably everybody else owes her is 0.
Right.
Yeah. How about the 360,000 Northern dead? Was that a big enough debt? Oh, by the way, that was 100 and how many? 160 years ago.
Right.
Jeff Hatch says people like her want me to leave California faster. Yeah, I gotta say, and this isn't true because look, I work at a big company, plenty of sisters there. Most of them there are fine, although it's a nice job, so they're probably gonna get the better end of the bargain. But like last week, our work department, along with a bunch of others, had like a baseball game. And, before the game, me and a couple of my coworkers said, let's go up to the local bar, you know, it's in the daytime. We get to, you know, essentially skip work that day and just go enjoy our local team's, you know, game. But beforehand, we wanted to, you know, loosen up a little bit. So we did that. Got some stuff. We're walking out. So this sister is on the sidewalk. I'm going to get big when I talk about this. So this sister is on the sidewalk. Looked like, I don't know, she looked like she had a laptop. Like she had like some weird thing. It was a tablet or a laptop. And this poor brother is shuffling across the street. You know, just some older brother, just minding his own business. Well, he must, when he crossed the street, he must have gotten too close to this sister. And she was like, excuse me? You don't need to get that close to me. I thought she was talking to us. And I look and she's, you know, the other direction. I'm like, what the fuck?
So she's chastising this dude walking by.
Yeah, this poor brother just turns around and is like, what are you talking about? He's like, this sidewalk is big enough. You don't need to get that close to me. That's harassment. That is harassment. And I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. All three of us, you know, who went up, we're looking at each other like, oh boy. Yeah, so we walked away, but this poor brother was just getting it. This sister would not let him go because he apparently got within 3 feet of her. And she was incensed. The sense of entitlement from this chick. And I got to say, you see it mostly online today. I haven't really seen that much of it in real life. I've seen a little bit of it in real life, but not much of it until then. T-shirted, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Great show last week. But yeah, I was like, holy shit, this crazy sister and this poor brother who just was minding his own business. Yeah, entered her bubble, Nixit. Exactly. I'm just like, oh man, this whole thing where we are, and Wizards of the Coast is guilty of this, as we know, just them just pumping up these sisters, making them the be all end all is just, it's got to stop. I mean, I don't mind a sister every once in a while, you know, but holy shit, they don't need to be on every other page of these books.
We don't need this. We just got to, I don't know how we get rid of it, but this artificial sense of rage needs to stop. Because it's not justified. Look, here's the thing. It's like, even when push comes to shove, even the most liberal people in your life are, they will tell these people to fuck off. When somebody actually comes to try to take money from them, they will tell these people to fuck off. They're allies and all that. And the reason I know this is my son played for an inner city football team. And, they threatened, there was like a whole bunch of political stuff going on, but they threatened to close the inner city high school. Now, my son actually went to a collegiate academy and he could choose where he played. Well, he chose to play for the inner city school. But during his time there, they threatened to close down the inner city school and spread all the inner city kids out to all the suburban counties, and all these fucking, you know, riding for Biden president, county, you know, soccer moms immediately. And I mean, immediately we're like, nope, not in my backyard. Those kids ain't coming here. They ain't coming to my school. And I remember just shaking my head being like, are you fucking kidding me? You absolute hypocrites. The biggest fucking hypocrites in the world. It's all great and fine when it's somebody else's mess. And when it almost became theirs, it never happened, but when, you know, it almost became theirs, they showed their true colors. And they would do it with reparations too. Nobody was going to pay this shit. And I'm sorry. It's just, it's like bullshit. Rogan. Now, I had my wedding anniversary a couple days ago. Yeah.
Did you know that today is the 1-year anniversary of Tiff Gomas and the most embarrassing day of her life? Do you remember the most embarrassing day of her life?
I have to say I don't.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know.
Say whatever you want.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give 2 fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not.
I like the guy who says bye at the end. Bye.
Damn.
We tried to handle it back in 1862. Yes, we did, James. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, buddy. Good to see you here. God, I love Tiff Gomas. You know what? I will say this. She kind of pulled out of that tailspin, and she laughed about it today.
Absolutely.
You know, she did the tweet. In fact, she even flew somewhere. And I will tell you this. She is a certified hottie. I mean, we all knew she was. But, like, over the last half year, when she kind of became a little bit more public, whoo, is she smoking hot.
Very attractive lady. Hey, everyone's allowed to have a moment, and not unfortunately, whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, we all have our cell phones and stuff like that, you know, and we get to see other people having, you know, this meltdown, for example, and other people just absolutely doing horrific things. You know, she handled it with as much grace and dignity, more so than a lot of other people would have afterwards.
Yeah,
you know,
I still want to know what she saw, though. I don't know what she saw.
Yeah. I'm not aware of there being her explaining it in any interview or not. I'm sure she
did have, like a couple She's from Dallas, I think. So I think she did a couple interviews there. I don't know if she ever gave a straight answer. I just think she was having a bit of a breakdown. But like I said, she seems to have pulled through. I like her too because she's a little bit based as well, following her account. So that never hurts your boy here.
I will have to say, though, her shrill voice did bother me.
She mentioned that, too. In the first comment, she was like, how was my voice that high? Like, that was like one of the first things she said.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. She was pumped. Yeah, crazy.
Boom.
Oh, God, yeah, Chris. Yeah, we would, many of us would be in facilities. So glad the shit I did was before. So thank you so much, Chris. $5. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. What else do we have for you? Yeah, so happy anniversary, Tiff. Yeah. She also will occasionally like release some of the private messages from some of the things that guys send her, like message wise, and yeah, she's been asked all kinds of stuff. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, but like I said, I kind of like her.
It's been a whole year. Wow.
Another excerpt from that 50th anniversary bullshit book. Fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. 124 here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. Hit the like button if you could. That'll help this get a little truck in the future. 50th anniversary. I don't know if it's Kevin who keeps releasing, Kevin Lamb. Somebody keeps releasing these on Twitter, so whoever does it, thank you very much. But yeah, this is the book that's celebrating, quote-unquote, 50 years of D&D. Note that the rules for fantastic medieval war games campaigns that make up the original D&D were created by and sold to a wargaming company that was almost exclusively white middle-class men. You can almost feel the venom dripping off of their lips when they wrote it. White middle-class men. The rules compiled here offer little by way of rules for other players, nor indeed for anyone who wouldn't easily identify with a pulp sword and sorcery hero. Why do you... I mean, I know why, but it really pisses me off. I think we went over this maybe last week. Some language in the first iteration of D&D presents a moral quandary. The documents reproduced in this book include many pages of charts, tables, alongside a list of monster spells and magic items. But that game content also includes a virtual catalog of insensitive and derogatory language. Words that are casually hurtful to anyone with a physical or mental disability, or who happens to be old, fat, not conventionally attractive, that means ugly, indigenous, black, or a woman. Yep, there's your celebration, folks. Celebration.
It's amazing. Oh, here, I'll toss this up here. Chris offered a bit of an
by the way, the reason
kind of stepping backwards a little bit here.
Was doing David Blaine type street magic, she said in an interview. Oh, is that really what was going on? He was trying to, oh man. Okay. That makes sense. If he was like levitating, like indeed, Mercurius, $2. white middle-class men. Boo. Yes. I'm just so sick of it. Look, I always say, and I guess I still will, because I don't want to be one of these guys. Because look, we played 5th edition, had some fun with it for a while for sure, but just there's no need to support these people anymore. If you have 5th edition, that's great. There's plenty of other third-party stuff, I'm sure, for it that you can get. Just please don't support these motherfuckers. I hate them. I hate them.
Don't drink from that well. The well's been poisoned.
Yeah.
There's no reason to drink from it.
No. Absolutely. All right, now, here to people I do hate. Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, we'll pick up a few. I tell you, we'll pick up a few comments here. Yeah, boycott. Well, I'm not going to call for it. But if you want to do it, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Chris Mad 5 has a great article on the 50th anniversary of D&D, and I tear Wizards of the Coast up. Yeah. This is issue 5. Yep, indeed. I forgot about that, Chris. Thank you. Yep. So yeah, 2 lucky subscribers will get a chance. Ooh, Dr. Yorius Papers, 2020. Give him hell, Double D. A Harry Truman campaign slogan. Oh, yes, I do remember. I think Harry Truman said, I didn't give him hell, I just told him the truth. And they called it hell. So that's sort of my motto, too.
I like
Doc.
that quote.
Thank you very much, though. Yeah, $5. Much appreciated. So, yeah, it's just so crazy to me that $100 book. You buy this book. All right, I will say this. All right, 5th edition notwithstanding, or even, if you're going to jump on and buy the next one, that's fine. If you buy this $100 50th anniversary book that buries Gary, buries Dave, you're a retard. I'm sorry. Yeah, unless, and look, you don't even hate buy it. I'm sure somebody will PDF it out there, and you can borrow it from a good friend, if you know what I mean. No need to give them 1 cent for that piece of crap. Go ahead, Patrick Demo. Still hate to tell them this, but it's still put up by way. Exactly, yeah. It's just they're self-loathing white men like Jason Tondro. They're self-loathing idiots like Jason Tondro. But yeah, it's still, he has to clean up the mess from like folks like Mackenzie DeArmas, and untalented hacks. And who's that Iranian guy? Like he's a no talent bum. Oy. Yep. I'm starting to wonder now. I don't think this new edition is going to do very well. I think they'll gas it up at first and say that it's doing well, but it's not going to have nearly. I don't think it can have the same cultural impact, and I even think financially, even though they've fired just about everybody, associated with it now, I still don't think it's going to perform to their expectations. We'll see. We shall see.
Well, isn't everyone at Wizard of the Coast that got hired there now recently? They get paid in Wizards bucks, and they can buy from the company store.
It's like a coal mine company.
Yeah, because they save an enormous amount of money by not really paying anybody. Here's a packet of erasers, and some chiclets. All right, coming next week. Now you got too much now. Spend your Wizards bucks here.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Love that song. Yeah, that would be funny. Wizards bucks.
You can go down there at your lunch break and spend your Wizards bucks.
Oh, look, you can get endless copies of our shitty rule book. Jeff from Denkar, $5 Canadian. False morality at its worst. Are there any Seattle-based game companies with any value or commitment to the game anymore? No. Well, the big ones I know about are Wizards, Paizo, Green Ronin, and I believe Kobold Press. Paizo has this weird thing where they are. I mean, they're gone. But they did manage to like piss off every one of these woke idiots who worked for them, because I guess they refused to like vacuum the carpet and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're going into non-work day.
Yeah, the owners are probably like, these guys are shit. We may have to ride or die with them, but let's treat them like the animals that they are. So they essentially kept like the offices at Paizo like it was the primate house of the zoo. It's like, I just picture there being just like open like piles of dung, on the carpet. God. People just avoided. That was funny. Yeah, Cobalt Press, they're not much better either. Yeah, good. Grab that. $2. Off-Grid Grognard again. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. I'm opposed to Wizards of the Coast grave robbing and defiling. You, sir, are in good company, because none of us are down with it. And right now there's over 120 people here who are not down with it. So yes, thank you so much, Off-Grid. OGG, as we say. But yeah, no, there are no good Seattle companies that I know of. I don't know if anybody in the chat came up with one. I honestly, it just seeps in. Look, if you went out there and lived, if you took someone who was just kind of politically neutral and didn't have heartfelt conservative beliefs, and you just moved out there, you'd be one of them in couple years, I would say, probably about 5 years. $5, Doc Flamingo. I honestly think Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop, for that matter, want to low-key kill the physical games and concentrate on licensing and video games. Yeah, they have figured out, Doc, that, look, you can just bang out a PDF and, look, they can get somebody, pretty cheap and easy to do the layout for a PDF. And yeah, as people are starting to notice, Wizards of the Coast is going away from physical books. I'm not going to say this is the last edition you'll ever get a physical copy, but it's going to essentially be, I think the next one will be print on demand. Like, oh, yep, we're just going to give you the PDF, and if you want to get a copy, you can go to a place like Lulu or Drive Through RPG, somewhere like that, to get it printed. They're probably going to wash their hands of printing stuff after this. They had to do it, but yeah, and who knows, maybe their core audience will be fine. Yeah, DCC is corrupted. It's so shameful. Haven't seen actual hate. Frog God Games and Castles and Crusades are the only ones I look at for anything new. Yeah, DCC is such a sad story because it is really such a good, solid game. I was looking at the rule book because Wonky and Ryan Howard were on a stream, and they were just saying how much they love the visual aesthetic of DCC. And I was looking through the book again. I'm like, man, they're right. This is such a cool game. It very nearly became our system of choice here. There was some good reasons to do it. But yeah, Joe Goodman is, he has really kind of sold out a little bit. It really is a shame. But a pretty solid system. If you're not into like an actual traditional one. $10. Patrick Demo. You make 16 modules and what do you get? Another gay adventure and DEI debt. Saint Peddler, don't you call me. Because I can't go. I owe my soul to the Hasbro board. Hope I did that justice there for you, Patrick. Yes, well done.
That was awesome, Patrick.
I should have paid you for that. Thank you very, very much.
True story.
Yeah, the hippies of San Francisco of the 60s went out of San Francisco and back to the land. Yeah, that's right, Cal. Well, a lot of them became Reagan Republicans. A lot of them became Reagan Republicans. And they were called sellouts and all that. Oh, they're yuppies, they're sellouts. Well, they got smart. Who knows, maybe this current crop of Gen Z, kids will, figure it out. Evil Minion, good to see you here. $5. If the company hires sensitivity readers, it's going to put out horrible, uninteresting slop. Like New Dandy's Fat Catwoman. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I mean, look, it's the, if you look at the thumbnail of that video I just put out. I kind of had to summarize all these live streams where we were EFAPing it, but yeah, that is the epitome of what they're doing. Fat Catwoman. Yeah, it's everything. It's a woman. She's fat. You know, it's out of place because, you know, she's kind of looks like, you know, Catwoman or Batwoman. Doesn't look anything like it would belong in a Robert E. Howard or a Fritz Lieber story.
Right.
Nope. So yeah. Thank you so much, Evil. Yeah. And sensitivity readers, we all know that. Once you agree to that, you are done. It's kind of like with the whole Nick Rekieta thing, that Aaron Imholt, he was talking about, you know, joining up with the Requetas and swinging with them, and eventually we know how that happened. You know, he left, and then they all got arrested and all that. But he did have a good point, in that, you know, when they were talking about swinging with the Requetas, that once you bring that up, your marriage is pretty much done. Once you say like, hey, you know, maybe we should go screw other people, your marriage is kind of over. So, you know, oh well. And once your company agrees to a sensitivity reader, it's done, because you are now going to the lowest common denominator.
You've already given in.
Yep.
It's already, I mean, you're right. It's a done deal.
Yep. Ooh, see Black Lodge here. How you boys doing? I will tease this out. I believe it's still on, but I think next Thursday, if all goes well, I will be on the Black Lodge live stream. You want to pick my brain, and they have a Kickstarter coming out, the Shucked Oyster, yeah, which I think is Shadow Dark, if I'm not mistaken, right, guys? I think it's kind of like a resource for Shadow Dark, and it actually sounds pretty damn interesting. I will be supporting that. I will be supporting the Shucked Oyster. So, yeah, but they want me on. We'll talk a little Birthright. I'm sure they will have all kinds of questions for me. We'll have a good conversation over there on their channel. Doc Flamingo, $5. I'm actually glad Netflix killed the Howard series. I'm in no mood to witness Conan the non-binary. Conan the non-binary, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what you want nowadays. You kind of want your stuff left alone until maybe we can batten down the hatches and maybe this storm passes. It won't last forever. Now, look, some of those storms in like proto-history you read about, you know, like, oh, did you know that it rained in, you know, when the Earth was like, you know, a couple million years old, you know, it rained for like 1,000 years or something. I don't know how long this is going to last, this current storm that we're in, this cultural storm, but I don't know. I'm going to weather it. Yes, Birthright. Yes, indeedy.
Yeah, we got
Great system.
Got some Birthright traction going on here.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It's a great, obviously it's our favorite, but yeah, I really wish more people would give it a second look. So yeah, I will be over there with the Black Lodge guys. Can't wait for that. And that'll be, I think, next Thursday. And that the following Saturday, so not this Saturday, but the one following, I'll actually be over on Rumble on Ryan Howard's on the Speakeasy. He asked me if I would sit in, and of course we love Ryan. We miss him over here on YouTube. Kind of got the shaft over here, so I can't even have him on the show, or my channel will get struck. Nobody can. So
that's insanity.
It is. Yeah, it's bullshit. So, but I'll be happy to go over there. So I'll promote that next week though, as well as I'll remind you guys about the Black Lodge. All right, so we've talked about I hate Wizards of the Coast. Right? Hate Wizards of the Coast.
And they earned
it. They've earned it.
They earned it.
They've earned it. But now I don't hate Matt Colville. Let me be clear here. His followers are just mega retards. I get comments like Will Wheaton. Video I did on Will Wheaton.
Hey, folks.
We'll set that up there to tease it. I was getting comments for a long time, over a year, on the Will Wheaton video. Oh, what do you mean, Will? Well, Will's a great guy. Will's salt of the earth. You're just jealous, all that stuff. I can handle that. You know, look, Will Wheaton fans are one thing. But I did a couple of videos on the MCDM RPG and just how silly I think it is. And oh my God, every day I get a couple of hate comments. I really should start posting them from Matt Rats. Yeah, Will does suck.
He does suck.
But I tell you what, his fans are retards, but they're not vicious retards like the Matt Rats. The Matt Rats, I don't understand their slavish devotion to this guy. I mean, he had some good, I will say this, some good videos back in the day. You know, like, oh, those are kind of interesting. Look, it was 2016. We didn't know he was a commie. And he was just kind of talking about D&D in a way that, you know, I think a lot of us understood. Even if you didn't agree 100% with him, you're like kind of like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. But boy, has he been exposed. Yeah, shut up, Wesley, says Warren Johnson. Shut up, Wesley. So yeah, all right. So Matt, as we know, Matt Colville unleashed the MCDM RPG. Well, first of all, Rogan, he refuses. They have a name for this. You understand? They know what the name's going to be.
Well, they just haven't offered it to us.
Yeah, the plebes don't get to find out.
Oh, it's for their inner circle.
Yeah, the little people. It's like, remember Leona Helmsley back in the day? This guy is like the Leona Helmsley of the RPG world. He just oozes that California like douchebaggery.
Now, didn't he have a GoFundMe?
Not a Go. I don't think he had a GoFundMe. It was like a Kickstarter. I don't know if it was actually on Kickstarter. But yeah, well, did very well.
Right.
4 million. I think $4 million publicly. He might have even gotten more afterwards.
But at that point, though, the name wasn't offered.
No. But they're doing like these little design diaries. And I covered this. And the game, you know, was like, hey, you always hit, which I did a video on. And I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. And I was assured by all the Matt Rats, oh, you don't understand. You're just a dumb boomer, you know. Games where you always hit are where it's at. Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
To me, that sounds like everyone gets a sticker.
Yeah, but he even says that's not a good experience at the table. Well, why? If your character is about to die, why would you have a good experience? I mean,
right?
The dice will tell. In basketball, they have a saying, you know, when a cheap foul is called on someone and the guy misses the free throw, ball don't lie. Well, dice don't lie. We've said that many times at our table. The Lord Otter, $5. Every time I watch a Matt Colville video, I feel like he wants to speak to my manager. Excuse me. I would like to speak to your manager. Matt Colville here. All right, so let's see. He's going to update us on the progress of this game. Now, keep in mind, a lot of people will... Even companies we don't particularly care for, they will have some work done on their book when they kickstart it. Kickstarting is for, or fundraising, crowdfunding, I guess we should say. That's for folks like us. You know, like we don't have capital. We need to raise capital in order to pay artists, to do this, to blah, blah, blah. Matt Colville already had a fairly successful company with a lot of products before that. He just didn't want to pay for it. That shit's for the hoi polloi, right? I mean, he's not going to use any of his money.
Why should he?
Yeah, why should he? So he's going to use, even though he has it, it's not like he's a small creator, or, you know, that would like be like, you know, half of his net worth. He's just going to do it because he's doing a lot of the thinking. This Jim, Intro Caso is doing like the design work. And then I think they hired a couple of people. Patrick Timo, $5. I wish I knew the secret of getting $4 million to make a game that hasn't been written and basic core mechanics that are still being determined. Yeah. Well, funny you should mention that, Patrick. Let's watch a little bit of this.
Matt Colville here. While here at MCDM, we've been working hard on our new RPG. If it seems like progress has slowed, that's fair. But one of the things we intended to do...
Slowed? You didn't have anything done.
Yeah.
Progress has slowed. You didn't do anything, and it's already slowing. Okay. Fair enough.
if we funded was staff up, hire new people. Not a lot of new people, like 3 new people. Actually, us hiring 3 people is a lot. That is a lot of people for us. And I made the decision.
Do you think Matt tells the new employees, or no, he probably doesn't do it himself. He probably has his underlings say, hey, when you're in a meeting with Matt, don't look him in the eye. It's like the whole Madonna thing.
Now remember, this is an internship, and we might decide to hire you.
That we should prioritize hiring, because the sooner we figure out who these people are and get them on board, the sooner they can help us get this game done. And we are doing that. That is working. This is not a call for applications. Our contact list is plenty long on its own.
You know how smarmy that was. This is not a call for applications. I do not need your help, you unwashed peasant. No matter what he does, he always comes off as a smug ass, doesn't he?
He is an excuse machine. Self-righteous, smarmy.
Yeah, smarmy is a good word. Oh my God. Look at this guy. He's coming in hard. He's like Rocky in the 14th round. Like, boom, just going at Apollo, breaking his ribs. Colville is the George R. R. Martin of RPG design.
I agree.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that. Now I'm going to look at him completely differently now. Thank you, Patrick. And Doc, not to be outdone, $5. If only he reached the 5 million stretch goal to come up with a name for it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
That is brilliance. That is absolute brilliance.
Thank you, Doc. Yes. Oh, and look, $10. Chris, I've run like 4 successful Kickstarters. You don't wait until you fund before you hire people to create a product that you clearly don't have yet. Create the damn game, then run the Kickstarter. Yes. Or at least have the no, I'm not even going to say the framework. You should probably be 50% done with a game. 50 to 60% done.
Chris's comment right there shows the difference between intelligence and ego.
Yeah, well, Chris is a professional with experience, and has done this kind of thing before. He publishes Pundit's books, done his own. But damn, thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, so $4 million. They had an idea, and then I think they banged out some playtest material. We'll see here. So let's continue. Yeah. But they hired 3 people. This was in March. I needed this for context because some news dropped 2 days ago on their channel. It may have been going around, but it was the first I saw of it. I haven't really been keeping up with this. So
I just thought you should know we haven't been idle. Far from it. But hiring is a process, and one you need to take seriously, and we do take it seriously, and we've made really good progress. But we didn't stop working on the game, by no means. A lot of stuff has changed since last we spoke. It is basically impossible to catalog every little twist and turn we've gone through in these videos. But that's what the Patreon is for. The patrons get to follow all this.
I added the cash register sound. I must confess. I'm a bad boy. Pimping his Patreon. Like, this guy needs more money. You're sitting on $4 million, you fat ass. What are you doing with it? Let's just wing it. Not a successful business philosophy, Mercurius. Well, you don't understand his fans and how slavishly devoted they are to this guy. I mean, look, we're a little playful with Jeffro. He's a cult, all that. That's fine. And look, at the end of the day, I don't hate Jeffro or anything like that. He can be a bit of a doofus. But holy smoke, as slavish as his guys are around him, the circle of like mat rats. I mean, this is like Jonestown level. These guys will do anything this guy says.
Stuff. So they already know all this. In fact, the patrons have already played the game. That's right. We sent.
I've already played the game.
Oh, he's a smarmy fucker, isn't he?
Hey, already. Yeah. Little smarmy showmanship there. Why not, I guess? If you're going to go whole hog.
Out the first Patreon packet back in December. Holy shit.
He looks at his watch.
Oh, man.
You can tell this guy's out in Los Angeles, can you not?
I went to high school with this dude. The more I hear about him, I know exactly what he is.
Yeah. Oh my Lord. I meant to get the one above it, but it was like it was like fate. Snake Oil Sean, 10 memberships.
Damn.
Man, thank you so much, buddy. It is much appreciated.
Giving and giving and giving.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Very, very much. So thank you for spreading the love, and all you guys who are super chatting so generously, celebrating the 5th. Yep. Why? Yeah, exactly. Why do they need more employees? This is the one I was trying to get. It's the Matt Coltville. Matt Coltville. I may borrow that one, Ryan. Do I have your permission? Matt Coltville. Yeah, thank you so much, Sean. Happy 5,000. Thank you very much.
It's been 3 months? Yeah, just about, yeah. We gave the patrons about a month to play the game and fill out the survey. Now, a month isn't really that long. As you probably know, it takes time to organize everybody's schedules, but in spite of this, we got tons of great feedback. People really played the game. We're not going to go into all the sordid details about what we learned. We did a whole Patreon post about that. Spoilers, it was a lot. But in general, people were very happy with the game they played. Now, we know people get excited for all sorts of reasons, and you can't really tell if a game is good just from one test like this. One session or even one adventure isn't enough. You can tell if it's bad, absolutely. But people will give a game a good grade just because it's new and not obviously broken. People will give a game a good review just because they're excited to be part of the playtest. So one of the things we do is we sort of read between.
But he's giving it to his patrons. These are his closest, his closest fans. They're the ones that are paying money every month. Every month it would be like if I wanted to get something for broad consumption, but only gave it to channel members. You might not get the most honest review. Now, some of them will be.
Right.
But look, some of them, they're already apt to like you if they're going to pay you money every month. They're already kind of apt to be on your side. So it's like, oh, this is great. Oh, this is great.
This is extremely elitist, in my opinion. It really is.
Yeah. Look, this guy, the way he probably talks about his fans behind closed doors.
He's got a 2-tier system, obviously, of fans now. His inner circle, whatever it is, and then the fans.
Yeah, it's like that. They keep repeating that lie about Trump that he said the soldiers were suckers and losers. This guy, I can picture him calling anybody who gave to that crowdfund, anyone in the future suckers and losers. I mean, I'll call them that too, but because they are.
Between the lines, and we look for feedback where we can tell. Yes, that is a problem. No one else is complaining about this, but that one person is making a really good point about what this will feel like after weeks or months.
So he's basically saying one person can it's like confirmation bias. So if it just one person says something, so ignore if 50 people are saying something. But if one person says something and it catches his fancy, that needs to be changed because it strokes his ego because it might have already been something that Matt was thinking of, or boy, I really did think that was going to be a problem, or that was kind of bothering me. So all he needs is one person to stroke his ego, and then voila, that's enough.
The needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many.
That's right.
Whoops.
And it jumps on you. A
Boom.
lively chat. $5, Patrick Dio. My wife watching with me just told me I never want to hear you call yourself an unattractive loser ever again. Patrick Demo, you are not an unattractive loser. No, thank you so much. Yeah, oof, Matt Colville. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I just don't understand the appeal. I mean, I guess I can kind of see he's got the in front of the camera stuff down. He's clearly comfortable talking in front of the camera. He's very practiced, very polished at times. But he always strikes me at times being a little insincere. Maybe not on the surface, but if you just dig a little bit, like that there, saying one person said something was wrong, so we stopped everything and did it. Well, why? Does that make sense to anybody in the chat? You're getting either good feedback or bad feedback about something from a bunch of people.
And during this discussion he's offering us, he's building up to the fact that, some people will give it good reviews. He's are laying that foundation down to where this is acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember, we use feedback to inform development. The feedback is not in charge for a lot of reasons.
You people are not in charge. Like I said, even though it's self-evident and it's probably true, like most people wouldn't say it like that. He says it so flippantly and matter-of-factly. He comes off, like I said, as one of the guys at the yacht club. Like, throws his keys, hey boy, park the car and, get my boat ready.
Including people do not all agree about which parts of the game are good or fun or even comprehensible. I've written a lot of rule books. I've read a lot of rule books, and I think it is basically impossible to write a rule book that literally everyone understands perfectly the first time they read it. Sometimes you need to play the game a few times before a rule finally makes sense. It's weird, but that's the way it is. Basically, the rule book is the map, and as we have discussed, the map is not the territory. Anyway, the feedback was wide-ranging, but for this video, we're just talking about the core 2d6 plus X, usually plus 2, die roll.
All right, so that's the core mechanic that they rolled with.
All right.
And if you saw my video earlier, I did this. Somebody did a live play, and I kind of I broke it down a little bit on a video. But it's 2 dice 6. You always hit. So it's 2 dice 6, and then you're adding a number to it. It sounds like the most boring thing ever. And he'll sort of explain why. But the key here is like 2 dice 6, right?
Right. 2
dice 6. All right.
Lots of people, including us, challenge the idea of everyone always adding the same plus X to the roll. We talked about that a lot. Why not just cut that plus X? Well, this isn't a video about that, but the shorthand answers are player psychology and math. Rolling a 2 on 2d6 feels worse than rolling a 2 when you know you get to add plus 2 or whatever. Also, that plus X gives us a little cushion.
Cushion.
You can see he's so concerned about player psychology and feeling good. It's all about good vibes, man. You know, everybody's got to feel good at the table, man.
Well, you do that when you know you don't have something good to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be middling garbage. That's all it is. Little cushion.
That makes the math work better for rolls with a penalty. So, what did folks like about the old die roll? Well, they liked rolling 2d6. Feels good. Sure, folks would like lots of different die rolls, but most people reported that they liked knowing everything they did was just roll 2d6.
2 hours later.
I think we do need to begin with the elephant in the room. Since the last time we had one of these Q&As, we've had a shift in the core power roll mechanic from 2d6 to 2d10. Will you, for example, miss getting to shout boxcars whenever you roll a crit?
I mean, absolutely. We will miss shouting boxcars whenever you roll a crit. But now you get to yell double zeros, baby.
This may surprise.
So, there you go.
Zeros, baby.
Chris Miller, there are millions of gamers. I had players tell me they wanted no dice, no GM, no PC death. If I listened to everyone, I'd have no game. Yes, exactly. You kind of have to pick a principle and stick with it. Exactly. $10. Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But if you listen to players, they will work against what is good for them because they're always thinking about the good times and not realizing that it's the sort of bad times that inform the good ones. If you're always winning, if you're always hitting, eventually you will just be bored. If nobody dies, then, everybody's just going to kind of get, tired.
Might as well be a game of sorry or something like that,
Yeah. But there you go. 3 months ago, it was, everybody loves the 2 dice 6. We love the 2 dice 6. Well, they just dropped this 2 days ago on YouTube. Now it's 2 die 10. This fucking thing is not even close to being done.
And let me wrap my brain around this. So originally it was 2 die 6 plus whatever to hit.
No. Damn, that's damage.
Oh, that's just damage.
Yeah, you don't roll to hit in this game. It's like you always hit.
So
it's just a matter of how little or how much.
Everyone rolls the same damage?
Well, that's what he was talking about. That was the big problem because it was like there was so little differentiation between like what a what a huge hero fighter would do, and like some little skinny like goblin or kobold, they pretty much did the exact same damage.
Well, what moron was telling him that would be a good idea?
I don't know. It's because this is like somebody who's doing their term paper the night before it's due, just like, and then but they, you know what? They also have a rich father, so they don't really care how they do. I just got to turn in something.
You, but a lot of folks don't enjoy fishing for a specific polyhedral in their ginormous dice bag. They like knowing it's my turn, grab my attack dice, which are always the same. So yeah, we could go with 2d8 or 3d6, and folks would probably like that. But the point I'm making is that 2d6 just felt good to folks, and we pay attention to that stuff.
Double zeros, baby!
No one was really complaining about 2d6.
Double zeros, baby!
Folks like the crit. That is pretty much a universal positive. Getting an extra action, as opposed to just bonus damage, gives the players way more opportunities to do cool stuff, including strategize about what they should do, and that furthers the sense of teamwork. No one misses the attack roll. Huge surprise. This is one of those things I think we already knew just from our own internal testing, but it's nice knowing that everyone else feels the same way.
If you talk to people outside, they don't agree, but you've got a captured market, essentially. I mean, you're dealing with the your closest followers. Yeah, to disagree. Yep. Cal's or Kobanizer, this guy's creepy as hell.
Agreed.
Folks,
go ahead.
We talked about this in the past in regards to rolling to hit and missing, and how in our game, how we've had some epic situations that happen on a missed attack roll. A missed attack during a combat honestly changed the direction of what we all thought the campaign was going to go.
Yeah.
And
Me
that's
too.
happened a number of times.
Yeah.
In little ways or big ways, that failure is part of the organic movement of a campaign.
Yep. One that he's depriving them of.
Yes.
Really did not like everybody basically doing the same damage. Now that automatically is a problem. They like rolling 2d6 for various reasons.
Double zeros, baby!
They don't like that everyone is doing the same damage. Even a little kobold, 2d6? It's a problem D20 doesn't have because D20 splits the difference. The attack die, always the same. That's nice. People like knowing what is expected of them on their turn. Oh, it's my turn. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but I know I need my D20. It's part of the ritual, right? It's my turn, grab the D20. I'm going to say this again because it is important. People like knowing what is expected of them. Now, we cut the D20 attack roll for a lot of reasons, and instead we have 2d6.
Double zeros, baby!
But that 2d6 is a...
I got to admit, I had a little fun editing that.
I am going to use that at work.
Double zeros, baby! Mac Thompson. So he basically just made a cheat code RPG. Yeah, pretty much, Mac. Yeah, for $4.99. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, someone brought up Dice Tales $4.50. Yeah, wasn't there like a slipcase like where you could get like the ultimate it's like a $400-$500 work. Holy smokes! Ultra American TTRPG. Good to see you over here. On this side, $2. How are there people that want to play this? I wish I knew. Yeah, the monsters always hit 2, nix it. But the thing is, they make it because they don't want any player to have a bad experience. So they nerf the monsters. They give the players, several ways from what I saw. Now look, this could have all changed in the last, week, because they have no clue what they're doing. But yeah, there's ways, if you look back at that video that I was kind of EFAPing where they ran a combat, the players didn't ever seem like they were in real trouble to me. And they kind of just said like, oh, well, I'm going to take this action to just undo all that damage that you're doing to me. Oh, okay. And it's like, well, all right. Voila. When my players roll a crit fail, double zeros, baby. All right, so we'll watch this just a little bit more.
So this is the tension. This is the problem we spent weeks trying to solve. People like knowing what's expected of them, and we like that. So on your turn, you should know which dice to grab. And we like 2d6 because it gives us a nice spread.
Double zeros, baby!
I don't know who that dude is, but I'm a fan of him.
That is James Intro Queso.
Okay,
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't be, but I am.
Your mom gives us, shut up. A single damage die.
The way he said "shut up" there.
Yeah,
you can almost picture it's like that scene in Lord of the Rings when Bilbo grabs for it, like, oh, maybe just one last one, and he's like, that's mine, and like, you remember, he like turns into a monster for like a half a second. Shut up. I bet if you slowed that down, he would have like that kind of face.
I like a D8. You are just as likely to roll a 1 as an 8, even though one of these results is 8 times greater than the other. Surely that means it should at least be a little less likely to come up. And from this, we get the swinginess that I believe contributes to slog. And that's why we went...
Slog. Nobody wants the dreaded slog, Rogan.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one in a long time.
No.
The dreaded slog.
Oof. Now, all right, so Marvelous Mr. Mean, $10. Thank you so much. His game sounds like a giant X card. Yeah. I mean, he got kind of famous for kind of like paying homage to the classics, even if his tastes were a little bit more, I think, into 4E, but I think he still was fine with Gary and all that. Although some of his views, go ahead, pick up that one by Chris. Chris Miller, $5. Matt has no fucking idea what he's doing. Yeah, that's correct. This will be a train wreck. Yeah, it'll be glorious to watch. I am looking forward to it. Just as Wizards of the Coast will probably be in their death spiral, this guy's going to come along and take the Olympic torch. Go ahead. A. Warren Johnson, $2 Canadian. Thank you. Kind of get feminist frequency vibes from it. Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's a huge lib. I mean, he's a commie essentially. And at the very least, you could always say like, well, he always kind of paid homage to Gary. Appreciated the classics. But even now, he was answering a tweet on the Player's Handbook cover, and I think I might have already highlighted this in an earlier live stream, where he said like, love the new artwork. Okay, disagree, but whatever. And then he's like, started to like tear down like the I think it was the Jeff Easley covers, the orange spine ones. Like last thing we need is like a big white guy or something, kicking down a door. And it's like, why did you have to put that in there, Matt?
Right.
You didn't have to say that. You could have just said, I like the cover. And it's like, well, okay, you have no taste, but no, he put that in there. And to me, it just showed he's a very insincere guy. To me, it just showed the insincerity of his compliment to the new Player's Handbook cover art, to that Taylor or whatever his name is. He didn't really like it. He just wanted to say that so he could follow it up with that little dig at old D&D, the untrendy D&D, it was loved by, and made by white men. Oh my Lord. Eden's, $5. Swinginess doesn't slow the game. People who can't count or do math slow it down. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, to some extent. I had a player, Eden's, one time back in the 90s. People forget. Well, I think I've mentioned it a couple times. There was a point where I had 2 guys in my group and 3 women. I was the DM. So it was 3 and 3, but as far as players go, it was 3 and 2 chicks. Now, 2 of them were good. One of them was my wife, and one of them was a super player. Like, she knew everything. Loved playing with her. She went in the room and cried when the other room and cried when her character died. That was my first experience with like, oh my God, the good thing was she was just like, no. She's like, no, I understand. She's like, it just happened, she's like, but oh man, I had a lot, in that character. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Didn't demand like I undo it. That's the way chicks were back then. She was just like, she shed a tear for it. And I thought it was cool and profound.
That's cool.
But there was one who she was the kind that gave you a huge backstory, and we always joke about these are the kind of oats that my horse eats. Very detailed, but could not for the life of her find the right dice to roll during combat. So she took to making like a piece of paper. To her credit, she made a map and had the dice laid out on a piece of paper.
Chart.
Yeah, with like the general shapes of the dice. Roll this for damage. Roll this to to hit. Well, even though we had done it a million times. I mean, she wasn't. She was a nice lady, but wasn't didn't pick up things very quickly. So yes, steel cutouts only. Yes, early. Yeah, we made all that. We've made all those. Because I of course told that story over the years, so everybody chuckles now at the table
With
when I do that.
at least 2 dice. 1 die, the best result is just as likely as the worst. 2 or more dice, well, now the extreme results have the most unlikely outcomes. And this is good, we think.
Double zeros,
remember when I said
baby!
everybody liked the 2d6 and you thought, well, they would like 3d6 or 2d10. Yes, we know. But it doesn't matter which dice everyone's rolling, even if it was 3d6 or 2d12. It doesn't matter what the damage roll is. If everyone's rolling those dice, even Tiny Kobold, well, that is stupid. It's just as stupid as the linear results of a single die. So everyone rolling the same dice, yes, we like that. We like knowing what is expected of us on our turn. No attack die, we like that.
I don't, man. Tabletop epics. Matt is the same energy of Tim Robbins in High Fidelity. Good one, Tabletop
I like that
epics.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen that in a little while. This whole thing where you need to have like one, we need to simplify everything. Look, you don't want your games overly, at least I don't want them overly complex. I don't. But there's nothing wrong with using a couple of other clubs in the bag, you know?
Right.
I will never make a game. But, I just think like the DCC, using those odd dice, you got the die 16, the die 24, the die 30. I mean, you could build your basic game around that, and they've proven, that you can. Oh, look, I'm this class, I only get to roll this certain dice. Some people are just turned off by, the fact that, those aren't, readily available dice, but you can get anything anywhere anymore. Plus, you could always create a dice rolling app to do anything. But holy shit, I mean, you have a wizard, rolling like a die 16 for his 2-hit in, melee combat, but, maybe he rolls like a die 24 or something when he's doing magic, making a magic roll. There's all kinds of shit you could lean into that, DCC kind of started with those odd dice. The Xochi dice. But everybody's afraid of it. And I don't know why. I think you should lean into it, man. Yeah, Thaden. Colville needs to go read the dice mechanics in the AD&D DMG. Yep. Well, he's, as much as he, claimed to, love those old books, his big thing was like he loved 4th edition, and that's fine. I think that's kind of coloring, where this game is going, where it's just kind of, just way overpowered at times.
I like, your role, like he's trying to explain, depending on how your role is, can spark other things. In our Tales from a Loop, for example, the way you roll can allow you, to certain things, add a bonus or add some help to a friend or something like that. Or, I like that. I'll never understand the desire to not roll to hit. That is just the cheapest, most ignorant form of role playing. I just think that is so stupid.
Well, I agree. And it's all just because we don't want anybody having bad fifis around the table. That's it. He says it himself. He said it once, and I think he said it later in the video. We're not going to watch all of it. But essentially the upshot is, and this has, I think, at least carried over into the change into the 2die10 now instead of 2die6. Essentially what it's turned into is Apocalypse World, where if you always roll within the certain range, you get a good, like an okay success, and then there's a good success, and then there's a like an elite success, at the high level, which is fine, but you just crowdfunded something for $4 million to create an upjumped, maybe even not an upjumped, but just like a knockoff version of Apocalypse World, which is a system that to me is just kind of, it's okay for certain things, but it can be kind of boring because It's just a way for people who don't have a lot of talent in the design area to kind of push through agenda-driven games like Thirsty Sword Lesbians is Apocalypse World. Go figure. You don't need to actually do any work. It's just, we'll just run it through our factory here. You roll 2 die 6, 7 or up. 7 to 9, you get this, or I don't know.
I want to do a Kickstarter. I like just like this Matt guy. I like my angle is this. Yes. Back me on this. I've got an idea. And the bonuses and boosters you get on this is like, okay, if you match this amount right here, I got an even bigger idea.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
just sell them as a bunch of ideas.
You guys,
Things are gonna
out there. These people that are listening right now. I know me. I'm Rogan. You guys, so like, I got you, right? I got you, and you got me. So like, tell your friends because
when you roll boxcars or double zeros, baby,
double zeros, baby. But I got an idea.
Things are gonna happen.
Yes,
we don't know what.
So look for me on the Kickstarter there.
Yeah, but I think they're still saying 2025 for this thing to be released. I almost did a Trump when Biden said he had a 6 handicap. Just if you saw the debate of all the things like Biden said when Biden said he had a 6 handicap, Trump was like almost fell over. I almost do the same thing when I hear like the Matt Rats and Matt talking about this thing being released anytime in 2025. Are you nuts? We are halfway through 2024. It's pretty soon. It's going to be end of summer. Boom. Election. Boom. Christmas. Guess what? 2025's here. Ain't no effing way this thing is going to be to you before third quarter 2026. You can book that. Somebody clip this and book that. They got to do all the layout. They aren't even settled on the core mechanic of this game. They have to write it. They have to do the layout. They have to integrate all the art. They have to set up the printing, which is going to be China, I would think. Are you kidding me? They're still playtesting. Yeah, exactly, Chris.
It's amazing.
And a T-shirt, namely, you have to be in one and in a vegetative state to enjoy it. I don't get it. I mean, this is something that it's just one of those products that has a name attached to it. You know what this is? I'll tell you exactly what this is. This is the George Foreman grill. This is something that was around for a while, and then they attached George Foreman's name to it, and boom. People were like, "Oh man, this is great." Well, it's you could have gotten one of these a long time ago, but they put a name on it, and that's all there is to this game. It's going to be shit. And think about this too, like a game lives and dies, I think, in its support.
Yes.
These guys aren't going to support this game. Who's going to support it?
Right.
You think Matt Colville, Mr. Hottie Toddy, you think he's going to be writing adventures? He's going to be pumping out adventures for this thing? Tabletop Epics, $1.99. MCDM comes with a rhinestone pair of assless chaps. Thank you. God, I won't get that vision out of my head anytime soon.
I'll pay to see that, but I don't want to see it.
No, I don't either. Oh man. Yeah, this is insanity. It's going to get no support. You know what you'll get a bunch of untalented hacks, all the Matt Rats. They'll just cut and paste everybody, better people's adventures. Or, they'll do a pastiche or something and just flip it over to this garbage system. Yep. David Brown loves his George Foreman grill in the dead of winter. Yeah. Hey, look, George Foreman's probably my favorite boxer of all time. So I love George Foreman. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that that's all this is. It's an overpriced it's something that's overpriced just based on the fact that it has a name attached to it. And it's, at the end of the day, all right, can you have fun with it? Maybe. I don't know. I guess if you have a good DM, can probably get fun out of anything.
This is the ShamWow of RPGs.
The ShamWow.
It is. This is
ShamWow Vince. Jeff from Denkar. Sounds like RPG shovelware, all flash and no substance. Yeah, it is Jeff from. But they're even screwing up the flash. You heard 3 months ago, the only thing Matt's talking about is 2-6 and how everybody loves the 2-6. Oh my God, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. 2-6. Turns out it's actually 2-10.
Double zeros, baby.
Doubles. I had a lot of fun editing that at about 4:00 today when I got home from work.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Double zero. In fact, I got to put that on I'll put that on Mouse's soundboard.
Yes.
So he can. Oh my Lord. All right, we can finish up here with a little cringy EFAP, and then we'll do the giveaways. All right, so you guys know the Crit Awards. We talked about this last week. The guys that got booted out of Gen Con. Oh my Lord. He who wants to know. Well, I want to know more about you. He who wants to know. 50. I think that is South Korean pesos. Silly Double D. It's not supposed to be played. It's supposed to sit on your bookshelf, coffee tables as a conversation starter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same with the 2024 D. Yeah, exactly right. Thank you so much, He Who Wants to Know, for 50. South Korean. Yeah, these are tests of loyalty, and in some respects, I get it. But look, I was loyal to Greg Gillespie. I bought his book, but we're also, playing it. I'm going to miss auto enrolling. This is going to be 3 weeks before we get back to it. But yeah, that's the system we use for auto enrolling. And I'll be running it at VentureCon. I'll be running Dragon Slayer. So I understand supporting people, but just to do it, emptily, I don't know. This is it's not even so much that you're supporting a game, you're supporting a company. It's that I want to ride this guy's jock. So that's why I'm supporting it. I think that's a full 60%, 70% of that 4 million. And the rest are just kind of like, huge fans. Oof. Yeah, so these are the Crit Awards. Even the wokesters at Gen Con said, you guys are stupid. Why did you do this? Now you can't have your awards here, or you have to get rid of this. But they didn't want to do it, the Crit Awards. So they said, we can't, we're not going to do our shitty little award show, which is fine. And as they say, Rogan, and nothing of value was lost.
Yeah.
So fuck your little stupid show. But in the process of getting to know, this issue, the people behind this have their own live plays.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's called Dice Cream Sandwich.
Oh, gosh. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Ice cream sandwich?
Oh, brother. Let's see. This is going to be like, this ain't going to last long. I can tell already.
Just a little cringy.
It's going to be like the yodeling guy on Price is Right. Yodel-lady, yodel-lady, yodel-lady. We're going to last about 3 minutes into this thing before people want me to throw in the towel. But we're going to try. All right, so Ivy, the DM, is the one in charge of the Crit Awards. She's the one that gave the okay to put that stuff about the, all the Zionist stuff and all that. So here's our cast. Drink them in, peeps. Drink them in. Now, Rogan, This look like a bunch you might go down to the corner bar with and pal around?
I would hope that my friends would beat my ass if I did.
Yeah. Or would your friends look at you like, wait, what are you doing with them? Are you have you turned gay, Rogan?
What's wrong with you, man? You need to go to the hospital? Rogan, what's wrong?
Did you suffer a head injury, Rogan? Blink twice if you're in trouble. If they're using mind control on you.
Live. Oh no, does it not pick up my audio? Oh, it did. Maybe. Ooh, it did. Okay, cool.
I hear you through it.
Cool. And for a second, the bar didn't do anything. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We are so excited to be picking up from our last game where we pulled from the deck of many things. As you can see, maybe there's some changes. Just a little bit. Just hi, Sam.
Sam Raoden, he, him.
Yes, all the eye candy.
Does that say he, him? Yeah. Well, he's like I think he's like the most normal one as far as like the pronouns go. You saw it, Chris. Yes, they have pronouns for their characters too. Thank you.
So considerate.
Jeff Hatch, $5. Could you take pics or video from VengerCon? I would love a preview, and I'm sure it would help him reach his goal next year. Yeah, I'm going to take my my laptop, what I used to use to run my show. I'm going to hopefully do a couple of streams from there. Maybe even one in the hall. Well, not the hall, the room, I guess. It's not that big. Yeah, we'll do that. We will definitely do a little video, do some shorts maybe, do a live stream. Yep, looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Jeff. $5.
I'm going to let my players introduce themselves before we get started. And then we'll do a little recap, and then we'll dive right into what this game is going to be. So, you know what? Let's start with Sam. Sam, you can start, and then you can popcorn to the round.
What does popcorning mean?
Is it
like popping around?
I have no idea.
I feel like a real boomer that I don't know what popcorn means. I think it just means that like it can like bop around, like, you know.
What's lame?
He'll do his thing and then he'll popcorn it over.
Yes, Sam.
Hey, I'm Sam from Fablemasters, and today I'll be playing still Roden Leclerc. Not so old anymore, but more a bit of an edge.
See, I wouldn't want to do voices on a live stream. I mean, I wouldn't want them to do like voices because it's hard to, it's kind of hard to hear, unless you're sort of a pro or you have one of these like in your face and you can enunciate pretty quick and clearly. It sounds so cringy and stupid.
So angry
and yet so sensitive.
You can.
But Bleeker's gonna lose his title.
I know.
Come on, Bleeker, where are you?
Popcorn it to whoever you want to go next.
Popcorn.
Hello, beautiful people. How's it going? My name
Name.
We're off to a great start. Well, you guys just pop. Hey, just tell them tell them where to go. You go now. You go next. It's like they're cosplaying role players for a YouTube skit. Yeah. Wasn't there like a goth kids skit on Saturday Night Live back in the day? That's what it's sort of reminding me of. Thank you, Sean. $5. Yep. Yeah, for sure. See, this stuff is just so uncomfortable.
Oh gosh. This struck me.
Oh, Chris, we're going to get you for that one and when we see you in person. Do non-binaries and a cup of popcorn.
I hope you all understand what that
I think most people do, unfortunately. Chris.
My name is Robin, the artist formerly known.
T-shirted, $2. Let's play Guess the Smell with each player. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in on this. I'll write my list right now.
Yeah, the top right. No, maybe like the top left as far as the players, like Millie, Kelly. I'm going to guess that like undercover, that's probably the worst of it. Smell-wise.
As Matt, I'm doing that mask non-binary thing where I name myself Robin. It's going very well so far. Thank you so much for asking. I am playing...
We got ourselves a comedian here.
I moved.
You moved.
On stream or in the world?
I was going to say, what?
Oh, I don't know. I guess just on my Zoom. I don't know.
Didn't change for us.
So I was like, what?
As
I don't know.
Scary. I'm here today playing Leighton, an owl wizard who is doing just fine.
Is he playing an owl?
An owl wizard.
Oh, God. These are fucking furries.
It's my kind of game already.
These are wannabe furries.
I told you.
Oh, God.
The little yodeler is already like 3/4 of the way to the top.
Mentally sound. Not at all cracking at the strands of the weave.
Oh, buddy. No.
I love how a couple of you are just like, oh, no. The glow up we had was existential crisis. Like, that's it.
Hey,
like,
listen. A thing that we all as people need to come to terms with is that the good of everyone is going to be bad for a few people.
You're right.
And Leighton and Rowden are those people who it's very bad for.
Dude, that top looks like the love child of Weird Al and Rocky Dennis, the mask guy. Yeah. Yep. Is that a dude? Are we talking? Yeah, I think we're talking about Millie or Kelly. Because I think that's the one that fits your description. But they're a she, they? I don't know. I'm just not sure. I appreciate the $5 though.
But yes. Yeah, that's me. Cool, good.
Who do you want to get popcorn into?
I'm going to shoot down for me, which is Kelly.
Oh, why are you okay? Everything moves for me. Hi, I'm Kelly. I use she/they pronouns. And
Hi, I'm Smelly Kelly. I told you.
I am playing Millie Blunderbuck, the ranger.
What?
Who is just living the dream, the same old dream, day after day, after day, after day. It's very exciting. I'm gonna popcorn it over to Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Mithril Warlock. I am playing Cassidy, our tiefling
Bullet dodged
artificer who's currently having her hot girl summer. So
hell yeah, she is.
So jealous.
And popcorning over to Petra.
Hello. I am Petra Skelton. You can find me various places online at Pre-Apocalypse. I make games. I play on other channels like Exquisite Corpse. And I was previously playing Tyrant Lastborn.
Don't fucking trust it.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
I'm excited.
He's back, baby! He's back!
Oh. Okay. Having hot girl summer. Holy fuck.
So uncomfortable.
This hurts.
It's just so uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't do it like in this kind of format or milieu, but good Lord, I would not do this. I would either do the introductions or I'd say, guys, 2 sentences, don't try to be funny or witty. Let's just, we're entertainers. We're entertaining people. All their descriptions are just living my best life, bro. Exactly, Chris. Yeah, exactly. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. Patrick Demo, $2. This game may require you to sign a DNR.
Yes.
Do not resuscitate.
I don't know if people can see, but in the Zoom, in our Zoom
This is
meeting,
question marks.
Petra has put it all as question marks for character name, and that
Correct.
is truly delicious.
I didn't even
no
notice
longer
that.
laughable.
This is where high self-esteem really gets you. I wouldn't think that I myself would be that entertaining where I could just, in this kind of format, just kind of bullshit. And, people are tuning in to watch us play a game ostensibly. I would just be like, get to the game, get to the game, get to the game. Something's got to, is something going to happen? This game is a suicide pact.
I want to sign that pact.
Yeah, put me down for 2, please. Yep. It's your. That's what you get with the Dice Cream Sandwich player pack. You get the rules of the game and a 38 to put to the roof of your mouth.
That's infuriating to me. If you can't tell, I'm not great
Yes,
with
narcissists. Exactly, long shot.
I'm not great with secrets.
People with low self-esteem or just moderate self-esteem, they don't do this. They're like, all right, let's do our best to give people what they came here for. Just, all right. And look, I know we occasionally, interact with the chat during auto enrolling, but I think we've earned that. We have a certain, kind of comfort level with you guys. I think this video had 33 views or something like that. I mean, you can look at yourself. I think they're on Twitch, so it might be a little misleading, but even so, they draw flies. Does that shock you, Rogan?
No, it doesn't. I'm going through this right here. We're stopping the video often to laugh and lament, but I just can't imagine the gameplay after this. After they've tried to introduce themselves and throw popcorn around, how does that adventure go? It's for them. It's got to be a delightful. For the real people, it's got to be fucking murder.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip ahead because I want to see what this thing is in like in media res, as they say.
Work. Okay, all right. Okay, first message to everyone. I think rather than words, this kind of like emotional hits inside of everyone's mind where it's the location of the university.
It's just picked a random spot. We're talking about emotional hits. I mean, does that surprise you? Like I did one of these for Greg's game. That's how I met that Keelan. The cool artist guy.
Oh yeah, that dude was cool.
Yeah. And a bunch of other guys. In fact, next week, someone else in that game I'm going to have on. They are launching a Kickstarter, so stay tuned for that next week. We'll have him on for a segment. You guys can meet him. But holy shit. I mean, it was just like, get to the action. Let's go. We're raiding a dungeon. That's what people want to see. Boom, 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 boom. $5 Canadian, Jeffrem. This makes me so uncomfortable that it makes me wish I could cast the spell Spay Neuter Taurus in the hobby. If you figure out how to do that, please teach me, Senpai. I will be your student.
Whoops.
Tabletop Epics, they failed out of their special needs community theater. Ouch. Ouch. Ay, ay, ay.
And just it's time. Because Leighton has been working up to this for 25 years. But everyone else has just stepped through a door. So it's a bit weird. But Leighton's like, everyone just hears... it is time. It is time. Come here. Come. Give me the name of this university.
This is Demore University.
What's the matter, you?
Demore?
University of Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
We must gather.
What? What?
And then Leighton cuts all communication, cuts the bond
What?
amongst everyone.
Wait! Wait! From up
Amazing.
in the watchtower?
Walks past the ceiling, down the wall.
Is this guy
sits
DMing?
at his desk that is like just so full of maps of the world, and then like on top of a map of
Yeah,
the
Chris
current
Miller,
world
exactly.
is,
Who
like,
is running this
charcoal
game?
Drawings of a
It's crazy. This theater kid has taken over. And look, I don't think you want theater kids per se in your group. Now look, if you have a little theater kid in you and you want to bust it out every so often at an appropriate time, that's okay. There's a difference between that and being a theater kid. And this guy at the bottom, woof, this guy's a theater kid.
Destroyed realm, as they have like mapped out what the realm became in their mind. Sits, and then I am going to ready a disintegrate for if anyone walks in that isn't one of these 5 people.
Oh my
God. Okay. All right.
I will disintegrate
Oh my
whoever
God.
walks in the door. Layton is on edge.
I'm really glad that there's already so many stories about you, so hopefully nobody will go through the door.
Yeah, nobody's gonna. But yeah, exactly. No one in the school will go walk.
Got
in.
it.
There's some
Nailed
like,
it.
New hotshot teacher that's like, yeah, I'll go in. He walks in.
Yeah,
and
I'll
gets
do it.
immediately disintegrated.
Instantaneously.
Oh
I almost. Oh, you gave me so much power in a single moment. I was like, I could just kill an NPC right now. Okay. All right.
my God.
So yes, that message rings out in all of your minds. I'm gonna jump to Cassie. Cassie, what are you doing in the middle of getting this message? We'll start off with what happened when you walked out of that door.
That's a good one. I really like that one. D&D in a mental hospital. I am just picturing like orderlies just in the background, just checking in ever so often. You guys doing okay? All right. You only have 15 minutes left.
Popcorn time is over.
Popcorn. All right. Mikey Mank, don't think I've seen you before. Good to see you, though. $2. Do you still do live streams of your game sessions? We do not. Well, I shouldn't say that. Mikey, we do we kind of compromise. Those were a pain in the ass to kind of set up. So I kind of put it out there. You get a little sample of our campaign. Maybe we'll do it again in the future for a short duration. But if you want to watch, normally when Crazy Mouse is here, the 3 of us will do our own little live play. It's called The Adventures of Otto and Roland. It's kind of like a comic strip style. I always call it like the Prince Valiant, like you used to see in the newspapers. We do about 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes if we're in a groove, we'll do a half hour or more. We just continue the story. The guys have been going from up north and fleeing from the law to down south, and now they have got themselves in the Temple of Set. They've joined as penitents, but they may have ulterior motives, right? You guys are gonna, you're gonna do some thieving. That was you guys were talking.
Some
I guess we'll see.
Maybe some murdering.
Thieving, murdering, and Roland right now. That's Rogan. He's got himself a hottie, Soraya.
Damn.
Yeah. So she's currently boinking the Snake Master. We'll see how that all plays out. Hopefully next week. Maybe we'll do even a little bit more next week. Get that thing back on track. We got to get you guys to start killing people, right?
Yeah.
You guys gotta start shedding blood. The problem is Crazy Mouse keeps getting caught, and he keeps like giving himself up. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm out." Pretty soon he's gonna find himself like in the meat locker. Yes, she is the snake. Ooh, yeah, Travis, she is the Snake Master. Yes. Boy, can you see why I'm talking about our own thing instead of this? All right, let's continue.
Where you are now and how you react to that message.
So,
who's talking?
Cassie's life
okay.
before, because like same thing with like Leon, like the memories were there the whole time, just vague, fuzzy. She grew up in a lot healthier and happier life.
You are getting a sense here. I didn't even plan it because I literally did just pick a random spot. But you are kind of getting a sense of like modern DMing, what some of these do. It's not about what you're doing. It's about what you're thinking, what your character's thinking.
Right.
You know, are they okay with this? You know, are they spiraling? You know, does your character need to, take 5? It's not about what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, my guy's thinking something like that. I might indulge it for like a sentence or two, and I'd be like, yeah, but what are they doing?
Right.
Everybody else is standing around. This is what's going on in the world right now. You're standing there looking like this. Your character is. While somebody has a sword ready to, plunge it into your belly. If you tell me about, how you grew up, the son of a farmer and, you're nobody's fool and good Lord.
She became a professional snail racer.
Incredible.
Did he say snail racer?
I you know what?
Chet, did he say snail racer?
This dude is out of the gene pool. You're get out of the pool. You're out. Unbelievable.
Surly says the Mazes and Monsters remake is truly awful. Wow. Yes, showed exactly Snake Oil Sean. Yeah, show, don't tell. Snail racer. Is that some kind of sexual thing?
I hope
snail
not.
racer.
That doesn't matter.
I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to that stuff, chat. You may have to help me out. Oh, just like the never-ending story. Yeah.
She ended up.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
I guess I hadn't thought of that.
Her promise that she made in a dream, she decided to make a robotic knight named Aurora.
A robotic knight?
This is so bad that the DM walked away.
The DM just quit. So it was portable. It's funny. She just got up and got like, good Lord, I wonder what she is doing.
Because
now we
she
gotta stay until
promised
she
to
comes
Aurora
back.
that she would wake them.
She's probably off camera, like, even the Jews don't bore me this much. God, what is she
doing? Up. And that promise carried into
yes,
this
indeed,
new reality
T-shirted.
where this Cassie, who doesn't fully remember, creates this robotic knight. So Cassie's living her best life.
Oh, he didn't just say that, did he? Come on.
We need to get it. We need to put together a bingo card.
Yep. Boy, I'm getting serious about that 38 to the roof of the mouth. The roof of the mouth.
Welcome to Just a Car.
Yes, welcome. My dog of war, he who wants to know.
And when she walks through that door and like the realities like fully converge, she brushes it off as nothing because she specifically asked for her memories to be more faded away.
What is
She's
going
just like,
on?
oh, that's
like what is going on?
So you explain something that's going to be faded away. So it means you all you need to do is offer just a little reference and move the fuck along.
Yes. Yeah. So whoever said it earlier, yeah, they're narcissists. Like, oh, I like this, so everybody naturally, everybody else who is watching this will like it. Well, no, dipshit. That's why nobody watches your shitty, live play.
If D&D is going to be your focus, your way, your vehicle to rehabilitation, to get your fucking shit together, make it private.
Yes.
Make it private. Make it private.
Yeah, do us a solid there, yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's moving fast.
Whoa.
Got to keep up.
Yep.
The chat moves on you.
It's fast,
we got
man.
a lively bunch
It's
tonight.
sick.
Got 150 strong. That's just on YouTube. Double D, stop, please. Our T levels are plummeting.
Oh man,
we'll go a little longer, Patrick. We'll go a little longer, and then we'll do the giveaways. We'll do the 2 copies of Mad Scribe.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yes, thank you though, Patrick. I do appreciate it. Duly noted. We won't go that much longer here.
Has some weird dreams or whatever. And she is out on the racetrack riding a snail when she all of a sudden gets this telepathic thing in her mind, which almost makes her fall off of the snail she's riding on. Like it's enough to make her lose focus. Okay.
Roll me Dex. Let's see if.
Man, being a DM in this campaign is like the easiest job in the world. It's like the Maytag repairman, isn't it? It's like you don't have to do anything. All right, guys, and go. Popcorn. Pop, 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 pop.
You're the guy holding the keys to the nut house, and they're all caged in. Just let them fucking do their thing.
Oh, Lord.
Dex check, acrobatics, or dex save?
Ooh, you know what? Let's do acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Just to spice it up. We'll see if Leighton has been a detriment to your winning Snurby.
25.
Ooh, all right. All right, yeah.
Somebody's standing out of the camera making the stretch. Yeah, exactly.
It's a weird message. That voice rings true.
Thank you, Sean.
But you are able to remain in control.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so Cassie is very off-put by this message.
Can we go back to
and it
Garrett?
almost
Hey
throws her
folks,
off.
Matt
She's
Colville
assuming
here.
it's
Meanwhile,
all right. I think the boys have had enough. $2. Can we go back to Garrett? Didn't have anything lined up for old Scotty tonight. So sorry about that. But yes, I think we've seen enough.
But that's what we're in competition with.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Thank you, Mercurius, by the way. You're being very kind tonight. Good Lord, I'll pick this one up.
Damn.
Now I know why Conan shuns society. Yep. I'm just going to spiral here as I'm riding this snail, and I get knocked off because my psychic blast was so bad from the time my father touched me when I was a little boy. Just what we wanted to see. Yeah, we got something there from the gym. There we go. By your pronouns combined, I'm a game of Scrabble. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jim. $2. All right, let me get this ready. We'll do a Nightbot is here. I'll have you know. Nightbot is here. Nightbot is in the house. There we go. All right, so guys, and I'm sorry, this is just for YouTube. So you guys watching on Rumble, if you have a YouTube, if you're interested, jump on YouTube. I'll give you a couple minutes here. Jump on YouTube. You got to be active within the past 15 minutes to win. We're raffling off 2 copies of this and then a special card from the Deck of Many Triggers. This is like a prototype. But this is the project that me and a bunch of other very talented folks are working on. So I'll give you one of them too. Yeah, just type something in the chat if you're interested. If you haven't typed something in the last 15 minutes, just go ahead and type something out. Especially you guys that live in Antarctica, the Congo, India. Make sure you guys are available too, because I want to send this to you. So yeah, this is Mad Scribe magazine. This is our buddy Chris Miller. He does a great job, guys. You can go over on Drive-Thru-RPG. Snake oil, what are you doing? Holy smokes, 10 more.
Getting generous again.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Spreading the wealth.
Yep. Look at this guy. You and everybody else, so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate it from Snake Oil's constant gifts of membership. Same with Mercurius and a couple others. And then, Howard's $100 to the, lowest $2, $1.99. Guys, it means a lot to me. Like I said, at 5,000 subs, I didn't know if I'd ever get here. I knew I could probably get to 1,000 at some point. I didn't know how much this would take off. So I do appreciate it. You can get this. I think I have a link in the description of this live stream. If you're interested, this will come to your door like Dragon Magazine used to. And it's good. And look, Chris opens it up. You get some pretty talented folks doing stuff in here. Like James Neckbeardia is really good. He's often in here. Hey, I'm in here this month. He's got Pundit, Guard Bro. These are people that you want to hear from. I mean, do you want to read something from Matt Colville? That guy can't figure out what dice he wants. What's he going to do? Write an article about, I think you should use a 2d6 for everything that you do. Oh, wait, actually, guys, I'm going to do a follow-up on that. I actually meant 2d10.
Double zeros, baby.
Double zeros, baby. Oy, oy, oy. He who wants to know. Yeah, I will sign it if you want. Now, I'm not going to sign the card, I'll sign the magazine because I actually have an article in here, Tankards and Tussles. In your email to me, you can let me know if you want it signed or you just want it regular. You will not hurt my feelings, by the way, if you say, no, I don't need your signature. Double zeros, baby. All right, so everybody, I'm going to give you another minute here if you're interested in the giveaway that we're going to do for these two Mad Scribes, courtesy of our friend Chris Miller. Go ahead and type something in the chat, won't you?
And it's good, boom, here's a hard copy in your hands in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double D's going to go up to the post office. He's going to mail it out to you. Look at Gary D20 coming in. Like I said, 10, 1, it doesn't matter. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much, Gary. 1 membership.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy. All right. Now, if you are a channel member, I'm going to give you just a slight bit of luck on this first one. And then I'll just do a regular one.
Yeah, E-Tay point.
Give you an E-Tay point. Yeah, that's an inside joke. Welcome to Chevalier, Great Goldworm. Good to see you here, my friend.
Yes,
yes, indeedy. All right, so this first one, members are going to get a little bit more truck. I have them. They have they're 2 times more likely to win this giveaway. All right. So I'm gonna do this in just a few moments here. I'll count it down. Just type something in the chat if you're interested and you haven't been active in the last 15 minutes. 10. It can be a letter, whatever. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's right. Big bucks, no whammies.
I like
4,
donuts.
3, 2, 1, 0. Double zero, baby. Here we go. All right. So the first issue goes to, I'm going to roll it. Take it, Nightbot. Looks like I have everybody eligible. Channel members 2 times. And boom. Winner is Ryan Nilsson. Ryan, I will give you, tell you what, I will put my email addy in here if you don't know it already. Of course, Ryan, I think you could just reach out to me on Twitter if you wanted to. I believe you're active over there, but just in case, I'm going to put this here, just so if you're watching the chat replay. The business email. It's dashgabbers@gmail.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Congratulations, Ryan.
But don't go away. There's more.
That's right. That is right. All right, so now hold on here. Okay. So let's see. Give everybody another.
Uh-oh, we got a
little
James Gang action going on here.
Zagrodinha, $5. Zagrodinha. Thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
I like James. Sometimes he just comes in short, sweet, to the point. All right. Again, I'm going to give you guys 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so the second issue, and this is going to be everybody has the same amount of luck. Here we go. Give me the war cry for the night, Rogan, and I'll roll it.
War cry?
Double.
Oh.
Give it to me.
Double zeros, baby.
Eric DeSmet.
Boom.
Congratulations, Eric. Nightbot tells you Eric DeSmet has won.
Congratulations,
the giveaway.
Eric.
All righty. There you go. We got Ryan and Eric DeSmet. Guys, just send me your contact information via email. Like I said, dashgabbers@gmail. I will, 1 second here. Get that off. I will type it one more time. Oh, there's Eric. He looks like a member too. Oops. It's dashgabbers@gmail. There you go. Let me know too if you want me to sign the issue or not. I'll be happy to, but do not think you're going to be hurting my feelings if you don't want me to. And I will pick a card at random out of here. Not mine, somebody else's, one of the other fine people who have contributed to this lovely project. The deck of many triggers. It's coming, guys. It's coming.
That is so awesome.
This isn't final, but oh my God, look at this. Look at this stuff. Hands of Hovering. That's your boy Double D there. Got the, we got Tarmhel's art. Tarmhel is beautiful. Neurodivergent. These are just some of them. These are cards you're going to actually be able to use in your role-playing game. I wouldn't recommend using them all, but holy smokes. Or you could just break it out and pass them around and have a good laugh. Let us just say we had a lot of fun making it, and those people that we were just watching, they would probably have issues with that deck, but that's okay. What's with the email address? Yeah, good question, Jeff. At one point, I wanted to do a channel where me and Crazy Mouse, this was a couple years ago, where me and Crazy Mouse sat around while he was doing his deliveries and just bullshit, which is kind of what we do now. We're just not on the road, so it's probably a little better here. So I just said, what would it be? Oh, we'll be Dash Guy, because he was like door dashing. Now a lot of times he doesn't like to mix work with pleasure. So he's a little like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm like, that's fine. I don't want to push him, of course. So that's why I kind of did this, but I had it already set up and I just said, F it. I'm just going to use it. And now it kind of makes me laugh every time I do it. So yeah, that's the story behind it. Kind of set up for something else, but then I'm like, you know what? Why not just use it? It's there. Conserve, right?
Amen.
Yep. Ryan Nilsson, defending.
Welcome.
This guy's on top of the world, man. He's got a magazine coming to him, and he's a member. Holy smokes! All right. Well, guys, we had a good run tonight. Almost 2.5 hours. Like I said, no auto enrolling tonight. It pains me. I was really looking forward to it, but Crazy Mouse does have family coming in, so we gotta give him that. But any final wrap up comments there, my friend?
I want to scream double zeros, baby, but the last dice cream sandwich thing really fucked my head up.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, the comment that sticks with me is the mental hospital, because it did kind of have that sort of sad kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like one of those like M. Night Shyamalan like twists at the end. Like, yeah, you think you're watching it, but they're all in a mental hospital. They're all in the same room, just different corners.
They're all crazy.
Yeah, they're all fucking nuts.
Yeah. The generosity tonight was amazing.
You guys are
just people just contributing, just saying, shooting things to us, making us laugh, and the other contributions are fantastic.
Yeah,
very generous.
It's so easy doing this show because sometimes I panic. I'm like, oh, man, I want to do the best. I want to prepare at least something. At least get the ball rolling so we can keep talking. But this chat does so much of the heavy lifting. It really is I gotta say, it's the place to be on Wednesdays. I mean, just like this channel punches above its weight, this chat punches like so far above its weight. It's incredible. From everybody, from Cal, the moderator. Thank you again, buddy. Always being here. To everybody that shows up every week, and you guys that super chat and you give out memberships, even you guys, that don't. I mean, I love you all. This is really, really humbling that we can come up and kind of chit chat, shoot the shit, as we say, and you guys pay us.
Sometimes it's hard to participate, to listen to what's going on and have my own opinion and read what these people are saying at the same time.
Yeah,
And
we're
like,
only catching a part of
my
it.
God.
Now sometimes I'll watch the streams, and Boss Bully Boy, I know. Maybe I'll, yeah, I may do that. Even if it's just a playlist that I can put together. But yeah, I agree. We miss half the good stuff.
Man, it's just that I'm watching and I'm laughing my ass off, and I want to, usually Crazy Mouse has this right here, but me, I'm like, I want to highlight this, but this one's gone. I want to highlight that one, this one's gone, but I want to pay attention to what's going on. But what I'm trying to say is, you guys are awesome and fucking funny.
You are, and I wrote a note to myself, so O&R playlist. I'm gonna try to do that. It's just I find excuses, and I mean it's not that I'm not sincere. Like I do have a 9 to 5 and all that, but I could make time to do a playlist. So I will try to go back and comb the archives and at least put together a playlist with some timestamps that you guys can go to watch the O&R. Crying here like Matt Colville over ice cream. I'm a little verklempt. Thank you, Tabletop Epics.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's gonna do it.
Oh! James got to slide one in there.
James! If we can get it,
I can get it. I got.
Can we grab it? No, you. Thank you, James. Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch up with you. Like I said, maybe this weekend. It's gonna be a long weekend for me. Maybe I can. If you're streaming, I'll look out for you. I'll see if I can't jump on with you. And you can watch me paint some Napoleonic epics. Still working on the French cavalry. Almost done though. All right, guys. Yep. Happy 4th, you colonists. Yeah. Exactly. You guys have a great 4th of July tomorrow. Hope you're able to spend it with family. Hopefully family's in town. And, wait 1 second here. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Yep. Thought we missed one, but, there we go. Jeez, look at this guy.
Holy moly.
I'm going to get it. This thing is moving. It's moving so hard tonight, Howard. I'm not crying. You are. Yep. Just got something in my eye. No, guys, thank you so much, Howard. You are too kind. We got to game together at some convention or something. I would love to sit down with you guys, even if we can't game, just have a beer at a meetup or something. We'll be able to do a little bit of that with AdventureCon. Chris will be there, maybe a few others. And Gen Con, I know Patrick and a couple others are going to be there too. So,
Patrick,
we'll find the good.
Again. Thank you again, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you for hooking up, Rogan. Yeah. Should we give these guys a little Marisha Ray on the way out?
Absolutely.
Have they earned it?
I look forward to that too.
Who doesn't? I mean, washing the Batmobile with your butt.
Damn.
How pissed do you think she is that is out there?
You know,
she just probably like grits her teeth every time it's brought up.
Like it, but every woman wants to feel that they're hot, regardless of how narcissistic.
She was. I mean, you can see her politics are like happens with every woman. Like her politics are kind of like subtly kind of poisoning her. But the only one who's immune to that, it seems, is AOC. She is patriotic in this. Yes, that is right. Thank you, Cal. Congratulations to the winners. Hit me up on email. Let me know if you want it signed or not. Give me your address. I'll get it sent out. Hopefully I can get it out Friday, maybe. That's right. She's the new it girl.
She's my spirit animal.
That's right. All right, guys. Take care. Love you all.
Good night, everybody.
Hope you have a safe and happy 4th of July. By the way, Mrs. D and I are talking about doing a member live stream. We're getting back into, we kind of set it down for a little bit, but she's like, hey, we got to do that for your members playing Gloomhaven. So we're going to do that. We're going to get back in the swing of things, and maybe, who knows, maybe this weekend we can sneak in a member-only live stream. Cross your fingers. I will try to make it happen, and I will also try to work on that playlist. All right, so guys, peace, love you, take care. And I'll find Marisha Ray for you. I hear she's washing her car. Let's find her, Rogan.
Let's do this.
There's no sun